There's so many lights out right now, and there's so many different types of lights. You got tube lights, you got cob lights, you got card size LED lights, you got light mats, and then you have panel lights. My first set of quote unquote good lights were LED panels. I spent like $250 on them, and they weren't lights from Walmart, so I was hyped. But once I got my hands on a cob light and a huge softbox, I was like, yo, F these lights. I just didn't want to use them anymore. The cob light with the softbox was brighter, it was softer, it was bigger, and I never really understood why in the world I would want to use a panel light again. So I rarely did. If it wasn't for being a kicker light inside of a scene or a photo shoot, I really just didn't want to use a panel light until I found myself in situations where I couldn't set up a cob light in a huge softbox. And then I was like, okay, I get it now, This is the Nanlite Pavoslim 120C, and it's probably my new favorite light for a few reasons, which we'll get into here in a second. But for this light though, the Amaran F22C was my go-to slim panel-esque light. See, in theory, the Amaran F22C light being foldable, lightweight, and full RGB, I thought I'd be using it on pretty much every shoot, but the setup and breakdown I felt was always what kept me from even wanting to use the light. This light isn't bad, but you'll understand why the Pavoslim is my new go-to. The Amaran F22C setup looks like this. You gotta attach the light mat to a bracket to get it on a light stand, but if you plan on using a softbox, it's broken down into 3 different pieces, so you have to attach the border via Velcro and make sure you have the wire routing out the correct way. Then attach the diffusion and the Velcro on the grid if you want that. Then the light didn't come with a quick release clamp for the control unit, so it just hangs from a metal wire. Then breaking it down was pretty much the exact same nightmare in reverse, except the case for the light, it's like it perfectly fits all the pieces, so you have to play Tetris to get it back into its case. Then the wire doesn't disconnect from the mat itself, so it's super stiff, and that makes it a process in its own. Again, this light isn't bad. It's just a handful of design choices I think just don't really make sense and are a bit cumbersome at times. And when it comes to the Pavoslim 120C, on the other hand, I feel like it just eliminates everything that I dislike about the Amaran F22C. For starters, the light slides into this perfect pocket, giving you a ton of space for all the accessories in the case. The mount for the Pavoslim just slides into one of these back mounting points and just snaps in super fast. The light wire disconnects from the light itself, making it so much easier to handle. It comes with the quick release clamp for the control unit as well. And this has to be my favorite. The softbox is always attached to the light, eliminating setup time. This is just so smart to me, man. You just undo this Velcro on the softbox and it pops out. Then when you're done with it, you just press it down and you redo the Velcro, and it's just so slim and sleek, man. The grid also just wraps around the softbox as well, so it attaches way faster than having to attach every single end using Velcro. It's like Nanlite just thought through the entire process and made it as efficient as possible. Now, I can't lie to y'all. Between me catching RSV and being sick for like a month and being tied up on a ton of different projects, I haven't used this light nearly as much as I would like to before I would want to do a video like this. I know it's like a sector of YouTube where people just unbox stuff and review it, but I never really been that person. But what I can say is that my limited time using this light, I actually do really enjoy it. So here's a quick breakdown on the Pavoslim line from Nanlite. The Pavoslim line features 4 different lights. So you got the 120s and then you got the 60s. You got the 120B and the 120C, and then you also have the 60B and the 60C. Kind of confusing, I know, but just remember that B equals bicolor and C equals color. The 120s are a 2x1 panel and the 60s are a 1x1 panel. So just think of them as a rectangle and a square. You got 150 watts of power output on the 120s, and then you have 72 watts of output on the 60s. You also have some really cool accessories for these lights, like this magnetic base adapter set, which turns the panel magnetic for mounting. And then you also have this dual panel coupler kit that allows you to put 2 panels together and mount them. So if you want a super wide light source, you can do that, which I think is pretty dope. So I've used the 120C on a music video, but we shot this music video with an action camera. So I feel like you really can't see its full potential in this video because action cameras do so much processing inside a camera. But I feel like it served its purpose. These like super lightweight lights are perfect for running gun projects and also for overhead light. And that's basically what we did for this music video. We just slapped on the VMON battery onto the light, threw it onto our Roland Junior boom arm setup, and this light was pretty much good to go. Just roll it around set, take it wherever you need it to. It's super lightweight. You ain't gotta worry about it tipping over or nothing like that. I just feel like these lights just work really well in scenarios like this. And other projects that I've used this light on, just getting random shots in a YouTube video like this one. These shots are nothing special, honestly, but I feel like these are the perfect situations and projects that show the use case of a light like this, because this is gonna be the light that I'm gonna pick up whenever I'm by myself, or if I'm with a small crew. You know, you see us, just me and a couple of my friends just shooting a music video. These are the perfect lights for that. I can just throw them on the stand. The setup time is really fast. I can connect to my phone to adjust the intensity of the light, and I can see myself through the viewfinder or just a monitor on the camera. And it's just perfect for those sorts of situations. I'm also using the light right now as the talking head for this YouTube video. Let me just show y'all a quick little shot, behind the scenes shot of the setup so y'all can see what's going on. So that's the Pavoslim 120C right there with the softbox attached. That's y'all right there. I bet y'all didn't even know y'all was an R5C with a 24mm, did y'all? Ha! Then we got the microphone. Just a really simple setup, you know what I mean? But you can see right here, it looks good. And I think that I'm honestly gonna just convert my entire setup to just using this, because it's small, it's lightweight. I can throw it on the Amazon stand, it's not gonna tip over. And it also has all of the functionalities that you're used to with pretty much any other modern light out there. You got effects. This is full RGB, so it's gonna be able to adjust the CCT values to whatever the temperature is in my office, with all these windows and all the wild color shifts that come with the sun coming through a window. It's just perfect for stuff like this. So I'm gonna be using this a lot more in the future, but to really sum up these lights, the Pavoslim 120C, also the Pavoslim 60C, these lights are what I wanted the Amaran F22C to be. I wanted it to be small, lightweight, powerful, but also really efficient and speedy to set up. And I think that this really solves a lot of the problems that I have with that light. Again, that light isn't bad, and this video wasn't meant to come off as like a versus type of video, but this is really my only viewpoint of using lights like this. I've had that Amaran F22C, and I thought that that was gonna be the light, but I just never really used it because it's kind of a nightmare to set up, and I just don't really feel like going through that the majority of the time. It just kind of takes away the speedy aspect of using a small light, or even wanting to use a small light like that. If I gotta take as much time as it's gonna take me to set up a cob light, why not just use a cob light, you know? So that's where I'm at with it. If you guys are interested in checking out the Pavoslim 120C, Pavoslim 120B, or the 60B or 60C, it's gonna be links down in the description for you guys to do so. Let me know down in the comment section what's your go-to light and what you're using right now for all of your projects, because I would love to know. Go ahead and drop this video a like if you enjoyed it, but with that being said, I'm out, y'all. Peace.